Taoiseach, as we get towards the end of this Dáil session, I really would like to appeal to you on something that I've raised a number of times over the last few weeks, and that is, despite your promises that there would not be a PUP income cliff for those who've lost income or employment as a result of the pandemic and who are still significantly impacted by the pandemic, by the lack of recovery in their sectors, to not impose this cliff on them. If you are a taxi driver, or if you are a musician or an artist or a performer who is on the 203 rate of PUP, as of September the 7th, you will be told to get off the PUP and go on job seekers, when you are not a job seeker. You are still waiting for the proper and full recovery of your sector. There's still no roadmap for the musicians, the performers and the artists, and much of the work of taxi drivers depends precisely on those sectors and on other things like tourism. So it is not right to force them onto job seekers. And some of the people who are on the 203 rate, if you take taxi drivers, are on it because in 2019 they purchased a car. And therefore wouldn't have paid as much tax that year, and now they're on a lower rate. But now they're going to be pulled off the PUP, even though they can't make a proper income out there, or be forced to go on job seekers when they're not job seekers. Similarly, people who are musicians and artists who go on the government pilot schemes, the live performance support scheme, if you take a few gigs on that scheme and your income goes briefly above the threshold, you're cut off the PUP, even though in a few weeks' time you have no work at all. And then you're forced to go on job seekers. Now I appeal to you, and there may be other people in a similar position, but these two particular cohorts should not be pushed over a cliff in September or November while there is not a full recovery of their sectors.
We have just time for a brief response from the Taoiseach.
Yeah, could I just first of all say in relation to Deputy O'Reilly's points that, look, the government is very focused on skills, reskilling, investing in human capital, and that applies to HGV drivers and road haulage as well. And I'm no doubt Minister Naughton, Minister Harrison and others will engage with the sector if we have to develop modules, fast track, to make sure we have a sufficiency of supply of drivers. In relation to Deputy Boyd Barrett, I think he has acknowledged, although he doesn't think it's sufficient, that the government did respond with a package in relation to taxi drivers recently, and have continued to support through a variety of means. There was $3 million for the continued waiver of vehicle licence fees in 2022, $2 million for the once-off motor tax refund scheme, $1.5 million for an NCT fee refund scheme. In addition to the supports for the PSV industry, the government maintained a wide-ranging programme of supports with broad eligibility criteria for individuals and businesses. Now, we have extended these schemes. We've also kept under constant review specific subsectors of the economy. Minister Catherine Martin has provided a range of supports in respect of artists, and the artistic sector, the music sector, the entertainment sector. We know that those sectors have suffered the most during the pandemic. We know that. We haven't pushed things over a cliff. We've extended these schemes right through now, the majority of 2021, right out to
some of them are going over the cliff in September.
And we will, as I say, we also have to invest in the economy and get things moving, which we're doing, and reallocation of resources, investment opportunities and creating of jobs, which will help the sectors that you've outlined.
Thank you very much.